Greetings, Napanee United Methodist Church family. Last week, something really exciting happened in our household. The annual Taste of Home cookbook came in the mail. We get excited every year when this thing shows up, and we look through, and some of them we wrinkle our nose at, like, zippy turkey zoodles. But there are tons of them in here that we get really excited about, like, let's see, Parmesan sweet cream biscuits. That sounds kind of fun. And Alton was super excited about the flourless chocolate torte. I'll be excited for him to make it for me. Any rate, the one thing every recipe in this book has in common is they all start with ingredients. You can't make something with nothing, except God did. Let's look at that. In the beginning, there was nothing except God. God was in the beginning. And He created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth had no real shape, and there was empty darkness over the surface of the deep. But the Spirit of God hovered over the waters, and God said, "Let there be light." And God saw that the light was good. God separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And there was evening, and there was morning on the first day. Then God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water." And so God made this expanse, and He separated the water under the expanse from the water above it. God called the expanse sky. And there was morning, and there was evening, the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters He called seas. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, different plants that have seeds so they can grow more of their own kind." And it was so. There were trees that had fruit and plants that produced seeds. And God saw that what He made was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of sky to separate the day from the night." And so He made the sun. And the moon. And the stars. There were two great lights, the sun and the moon. The sun would govern the daytime, and the moon would govern the night. And because of the sun and the moon, we have seasons. That was the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the water be filled with living creatures." And God said, let there be birds in the air. So every winged bird of its kind and every sea creature that swims in the sea were created, and that was the 5th day. Then God said, let the land produce living creatures, livestock, wild animals, all the things that crawl along the earth. And God looked at all the things that He had made, and they were good. But He wasn't done yet. We will continue with this story next week. Our Bible verse for this next few weeks that we'll be working on says, everything was created through Him and for Him. He existed before anything else, and He holds all creation together. That's Colossians 1:16b through 17. Everything in the world was created by God for His glory. He is our Creator and our King. See you next time.